The Primest presents Saudi Arabia's plans to build a $1 trillion lined skyscraper city in the desert. Saudi Arabia's list of plans to shock humanity is certainly not ending till Prince Mohammed bin Salman is in power. The country has announced many projects, including new luxurious cities and skyscrapers meant to outclass the Burj Khalifa. Saudi Arabia is currently trying to implement what they dub Vision 2030 as a roadmap for sustainable development and economic growth by the next decade. For the kingdom's long-term economic success, the Saudi Arabian Vision of 2030 includes several objectives and reform strategies, such as reducing subsidies, establishing a sovereign wealth fund, allowing private investment in Saudi Aramco through a partial IPO, and reforming several sectors, including tourism and defense. The vision is based on three central tenets: a flourishing economy, a dynamic society, and an ambitious nation. Saudi Arabia will prioritize its people and the Islamic religion to build a thriving community. The country will diversify its economy and offer its inhabitants exciting job options via dedication to entrepreneurship, education, and innovation, as well as by diversifying the country's economy by continuing to privatize state-owned assets. Quite in cahoots with this vision and mind-blowing is the Saudi Arabian government's latest announcement of building a 170-kilometer-long skyscraper city under the Neom project. Dubbed as The Line, it is a rebuilt urban development connecting the Red Sea coast to the mountains and upper valleys of northwest Saudi Arabia. It was unveiled by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. The 200-meter-wide compact structure is both an economic and social experiment. The city will run entirely on renewable energy, including the operations of its industries, and seeks to be carbon neutral by eliminating carbon-intensive infrastructures like vehicles and highways. The 3D renders of the project show two parallel structures resembling walls, enclosing a space between them. The lines outside will be covered in a mirror facade, giving it a distinctive look, and, in the opinion of its designers, a more subdued integration into the surrounding environment. Buildings, layers of public parks, pedestrian zones, schools, houses, and workplaces will all be able to fit inside. The idea's developers refer to it as zero-gravity urbanism. This construction would rise 500 meters above sea level, ranking as the 12th highest and by far the longest skyscraper in the world. The line will have a 34-square-kilometer area, yet be able to house 9 million people. Reducing the footprint also means reducing the infrastructure that supports it. According to the 5-minute city concept, the functional units for residential, retail, and leisure zones are set out so that residents may reach all necessary amenities on foot. A high-speed train will also run the whole length of the megastructure to guarantee 20-minute end-to-end transportation. The project, including Trojena, a mountain resort, and Oxagon, a rebuilt manufacturing city, and Neom's two primary subsidiaries, was first revealed last year. These initiatives are a component of Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 strategy, which we previously discussed as a way to move from an oil-based economy to one based on information. Considering the fact that Saudi Arabia is facing a population boom and a large percentage of young people looking for employment, MBS claimed that Neom could generate up to 380,000 jobs. Saudi projections are for the kingdom to have a population of as many as 50 million by 2030, more than half of them foreigners. Saudi Arabia's current population is just under 35 million. MBS added that he wants Saudi Arabia to have its version of the pyramids. However, the extravagance of the project and its various manifestations over the past 5 years have led some analysts to wonder whether it can ever get off the ground. The promotional material is striking. 2 mirror-encased skyscrapers does sound like a grandiose science fiction fantasy. In other words, analysts, architects, and economists are unsure. Even the people who were working on Saudi Arabia's ambitious attempt to build an urban utopia, known as The Line, are still determining whether the project's magnitude will ever be realized. According to the Saudis, the 500-meter-high, 200-meter-wide building A car-free, carbon-neutral bubble that will claim nearly 100% sustainability and a moderate, controlled microclimate will use artificial intelligence at its core. However, environmentalists have also expressed skepticism about the kingdom's environmental commitments, such as a promise to reach net zero carbon emissions by 2060. The construction of this project will amount to a mammoth carbon footprint, way more than a typical mid-sized city produces in years. Workforce and expertise are other undealt issues. Experts believe that even if this project ever starts construction, it would look way different than what was depicted in the 3D renders. Boasting a poor reputation for completing announced projects, this project of the Saudi Arabian government is highly likely to go down the drain without any developments. Relocating people is another major challenge the Saudi government will face if they decide to work on this project. Knowing so many hurdles, why would MBS announce such a project? That might be to captivate the eyes of the world and to project a new Saudi Arabian image of a less oil-dependent and more technologically run country. Let's talk about finances now. While announcing the designs and update plans, MBS announced that this project will be partly financed through private sector investment, with an initial public offering expected to take place in 2024. The project will cost around $500 billion, with the first phase expected to cost $319 billion. Financing still remains a potential challenge, although the current environment of soaring oil prices is more favorable for Saudi Arabia than during the earlier stages of the COVID-19 pandemic. MBS added that half of the amount will come from the kingdom's sovereign wealth fund. With that, we would like to sign off. Smash the thumbs up button if you like this video and subscribe for more. Until then, peace!